Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the different EV signage that I've encountered, so if you're interested, stay tuned. It seems like every station has different signage, and I'm sure it's just as confusing to you as it is to me, so I thought I'd make this video explaining once and for all what these signs mean. First, we need to understand where these signs come from. Now, most of them do have the Tesla logo on them, but that doesn't expressly mean that they're for Teslas only. In any case, Tesla logo or not, it's because it's a requirement of the property manager managing that parking lot. In order for Tesla to use and or lease these spots, the property manager wants them called out. Believe it or not, these signs are actually pretty dependent on what the property manager wants and what kind of deal Tesla can work out with them. Ideally, if you were Tesla, you'd want vehicle-only charging signs, so that way only Teslas that are charging can park there. But that's not the case in many situations. And that's because not every parking lot is like your local baseball stadium that has thousands and thousands of parking spots. And in many of these parking lots, there are of course businesses that are there that these parking lots cater to first. So it's a fine line for the property manager to lease these spots and make money off them, and to not piss off the customers that use these spots all the time to park where the business is that they're going to, rather than having Teslas just hog the spots all the time charging. That's why a lot of times with these stations, you'll notice that they're actually in the back of the parking lot or maybe in the corner of the parking lot. That way they try to alleviate the pressure and the traffic from all these people trying to patronize the businesses that are close. So let's go over the multiple signs that I've seen just in my area, and we'll go from the easiest to the trickiest. This one is the most straightforward. It means only Teslas that are charging are allowed to park in these spots. Don't think that just because you have a Tesla, you're now some VIP and you can just park wherever you want and block stalls whenever you want. I don't know why some entitled Tesla owners think they can do this, but don't partake in this behavior and just put yourself in other people's shoes. If you're parking there and blocking the stall, that means that someone else who actually needs to charge can't charge. So just think of it like them. How would you feel if you're in their shoes? This one is basically the same thing, but there's also a time limit. So please abide by the time limit and don't be that person that just charges over an hour just because you want to get a full charge and you don't care about anyone else. At this point though, it's basically an honor system, but don't be that person. On top of that, 60 minutes for a supercharge is a ton of time, and for the most part, you're probably going to be full anyways, so hopefully you won't be that person that goes over if you have to get more charge than that. Even though there are superchargers in these stalls, anyone can park here for any amount of time they want. If you notice this particular station, the stalls are right next to a bunch of businesses, so I'm going to assume that the property manager just didn't have enough spaces to make Tesla-only charging spots. If you can see from the clip, you can't exactly move the superchargers farther down the lane because there's a fast food restaurant in the way. So this must be the agreement that the property manager came up with, that basically Tesla will put the stalls in here, but anybody can use the spots because there's just not enough space in this parking lot. And as you can see, I filmed this clip on a Monday afternoon, and this part of the parking lot is actually pretty busy right now, and we're still in a pandemic, so basically normally it might be even more busy, so that's another reason why this particular station probably has general parking as opposed to vehicle charging only parking. This sign has to be the most confusing of the bunch. So basically what it means is any Tesla or any EV gets priority parking over ICE cars. But any ICE car can park here for 60 minutes, and so as you'll notice, this particular station is in the corner of a plaza, and there are a bunch of businesses, as you can see, in the plaza that, these general parking spots need to cater to as well. So there isn't really that much parking for the general public, so I can see why Tesla has to share these parking spots with them. On top of that, this station is also 20 stalls, so it's a rather large station, so that's another reason why Tesla does have to share this particular station with the general public, because people need to be able to park to get to the businesses that they want to patronize. And as you can see, even when I filmed this clip, there's an SUV that's parked in one of the stalls because they were patronizing one of the businesses that was, just across the street. I believe the 60-minute time limit is for ICE cars only, but as mentioned before, 60 minutes for supercharging is tons of time because the superchargers are so fast now. So if you were a Tesla and you're charging, I would stay under the 60 minutes as well, just to be courteous to others. And in this case, even if you have a Tesla, don't ice the stall just because you can. Be courteous to others and let other people charge if they need to. Also, as mentioned earlier, the 60-minute time limit is on the honor system, so don't be that person that abuses it. The only way I can think that this would actually be enforceable is if the parking lot had security, and if that was the case, then security could, kick people out of spots or issue tickets if necessary. These are all the signs in my area. Do you have different signage in your area that you'd like to call out? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.